Hey there, hi there, ho there. We're as happy as we can be. We're as happy as can be. MICKEY, Mickey S. Donald Duck. Okay, anybody remember that? I did. Apparently I still do. But anyway, yeah. I'm Tom. This is Moss Models and Mistakes. Um, Moth, Tom, Anagram. It's all there. So, what do we got? Oh, thank you for coming. I've been away a while, and I've been away a while for a reason. Man, was this room confusing. And I had some really, this is a really sick dog that needed a lot of care. She seems to be better. I was just hearing her. And our niece came for 2 weeks. That was great fun. Went to a museum. It was pretty cool. A haunted museum. Well, it wasn't haunted. Well, it was supposed to be haunted, but whatever. It was a Halloween night at a museum, which honestly wasn't very well thought out. They could have done so much and had a lot of positive response. I went to this thing saying, you know what, I want to join this museum. So this is cool. I'll be there and I'll be able to join and everything else. Nope. Bookstore open? Nope. It looked like one lady who really wanted to do it was doing the whole thing, and there was somebody there wandering around waiting for it to be over and closed, I guess. So it's kind of odd. They really could do something that would make it work, but I don't know. That's kind of the way it goes, I guess. All right, let me see. What do we got? Papa's Model Workshop. Thank you very much. You got this big old card over there. I got these in the mail just the other day, which was very nice because I hadn't been online for seems like a month anyway, and to receive something from the community, wasn't from the community, not like everybody said, oh no, we need to send Tom something. But Papa was really nice and sent these out. I didn't ask for them. Maybe he just got them or something and sent them out, but it was timely. So this is shaking because I'm shaking, see? Anyway, timely. Thank you, Papa's Model Workshop. Papa. One of the things I have been working on is the little red wagon I adopted from Glenn's Models. And there hasn't been any real work done on it. I've been getting parts and pieces. I've got a jet engine to use for the motor in the back. I got two extra large parachute packs. Those I got from Spotlight Hobbies. I love those colors. This just makes me feel good. I do it for hours, I'm telling you. I could just sit here like this. Just love colors. But I got that at Spotlight Hobbies, as well as this, which I really love because I wanted to get it because it reminded me of the Close Encounters of the Third Kind truck. Where how many times whatever his name is looked up and got sunburned and stuff at the stoplight or whatever it was. This is a Mobius model, and hearing what everybody said about Mobius models, you said, oh, once I take everything out, I can't put it all back in. You can never get the cover shot. Well, I want to tell you, I took it all out and I put it all back in. And you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't think I was smarter than everybody else. I just thought, come on, there's got to be a way. And I only tried it once, and that was good enough for me. But I got that model from Spotlight Hobbies. And I also got this, which I know is one that Glenn wants. And, you know, I wanted it too for one reason or another. But Glenn, if you want, I don't know if they're going to run out or whatever. Or maybe you want to get something else with your cash. I'm open to trade if you want this. I got it for myself for a reason, but not a big deal. If you really want this and we're going to build something on it, you'd be doing it a lot sooner than I am. So talk to me. I love, what do they call that? Bartering. Bartering is fun. The people I got the jet engine from, 3D printed, very, very nice. I don't mean the people, I mean, I'm sure they're very nice, but the guy or girl or whatever, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but 3inchesunder.com, and that's where I got the engine. And these are the instructions and stuff. The engine is currently in the box under 4 models that are also being worked on, so I'm not going to bring it out, but it's pretty neat. Like that, I'm going to put it in the back end, and see what comes of it. I'm just going to work out my moldings or how I'm going to set it up. I got a piece of, it's not here. It's here, I just can't see it. Kind of an elongated piece of metal, and I think I got a couple more, and I was thinking of using one of those, somehow a couple of those to put a, some kind of brace or something underneath it, and work some hoses and other weird stuff to it. And I use those parachutes to stop it, but since all the heat's going to be coming right out the back, I got to figure out a place to put the parachutes, because the tailgate will just rip right off if they even survive it. You know, you got to have that shut off. You got to shut it off before you can do the parachute, that's for sure. I just got in the mail this Spitfire MK2. I know this is all about cars on this channel, but I love planes. I won't spend a lot of time talking about them or anything, but this, I had read about planes that used to fly at dusk and at dawn. They were Spitfires, and they were painted with a color pink that matched the moisture density and everything else, or something, all kinds of stuff during those times, hours and stuff. So they stripped down. You need speed and you need altitude, and they stripped down a squadron of planes, took the radios out and everything. They did install extra gas tanks and stuff, but the whole point was to get these Spitfires to go high and fast. And with that, they couldn't be seen really if they went high and fast with by normal means. You just couldn't see them. And one of the examples they gave, they were all for observation. I'm sorry, they're for observation, taking photo reconnaissance. And they had flown within 50 feet of a squadron of ME-109s or whatever they were, and nobody noticed the plane because it matched the color and density of the water stuff anyway. But it was this special paint and everything, so I wanted to paint this pink. It's one of my favorite colors, believe it or not. A lot of different weird pinks, but are not very good, but there's some that are subtle and they just look great. Pink, the right shade of pink and the right shade of rust will give you the most beautiful car you ever wanted. I'm telling you. Hot rod. Give it a bucket, a tea. Think about that. And you got rust color or root beer, anything like that, but rust color and tan. Did I say tan? No, that's not what I meant. Pink. Jeez. Pink. I mean pink. Ta-da! This is the Yellow Impala, which doesn't look like it's had any work done on it, and it's right. It hasn't had any work done on it because I had to redo my room. When I first set my room up, I just bought everything I thought I needed and stuck everything everywhere. It's not what you do, because I don't need half that shit. But I kind of had to, before you put the sidewalk down, see where everybody's walking. And that's what I had to do. To see how it was going to work better and how things were going to work. And I got it set up 90% the way I think it's going to go. I think there'll be some changes. But anyway, everything was so weird because, see, modeling is really good. Scale modeling is good for me because I finish projects. When I go, I have stuff all over the house, you'll see, but I started doing dishes and stopped, or I was vacuuming and then I saw something else that needed to be done, so I set the vacuum down and I go do that other thing. Then I noticed or thought, oh, I got to do that. I forgot. I got to do this, and then I've started putting together something that Becky wanted me to put together or something. That's sitting there, and then I go and say, oh, I need to get a load of laundry, and so I put that's sitting there. I'm going to put in a load of laundry, and then I walk by and I see that one of the things I was working on wasn't finished. As a matter of fact, I forgot that it even existed. And it's like, oh crap, and I got to do that. And then I look and I see something else. And did I mention I have ADHD? Yeah. And I just had I got diagnosed with that back in the 90s, early 90s, way early 90s. When I first met my wife, I met her on 7/16/1990, and how cool is that? I love that woman. Anyway, what we got here is the black base from Scale Finishes. It's the base coat black. Then I had, and I cannot find it anywhere. If you can see any flashy pink stuff in this, pink, jeez, green stuff, that's pearl. And I need to put like a few more coats at least of this pearl on there, because the more pearl you put on, the better the effect, or the more intense the effect, or whatever. And I cannot find it for the life of me. Not for the life of me. I got 500 gloss to go on it, and I took apart this room. Fine tooth comb with apparently the shape of a bottle cut out, because I cannot find it anywhere. And I keep looking no matter what, because it bothers me so much. But yeah, it entered this room. It did not leave this room. If it left this room, somehow it got thrown in the trash or something. But it's not expensive. It's like $6.99, but another $7.99 for shipping. And I'm not rich, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all. My problem is when I go on there, I was going to just order it, and then I look and say, oh, but I might want to order this and this, and all of a sudden I have to wait before I can order anything. So, yay, Tom. Anyway, that's the name of that. What else did I get? Oh, I got this. I used to eat off one of these. This is a soba truck. Well, they call it a ramen truck, but I call it soba truck because that's what it was called back in the 70s when I was in Japan. And I used to eat off the back of it. It was 100 yen for a big plate of fried rice, pork fried rice, and 100 yen for a big bowl dish of soba soup soba is what we called it, and that had a piece of pork on it and some bean sprouts, and that was delicious. But each one was 100 yen. 100 yen. When I was there, when that was 100 yen, it was 300. Between it fluctuated, but 365 to 375 yen to $1. I could eat all day. Really, if I wanted to eat that twice, I love that stuff. But I could eat all day for less than $1. Weird. But it was delicious. But anyway, it's a memory. I ate off one of those for a better part of a year because I didn't want to go into the Marine Corps Chow Hall. I'm not going to eat food. Maybe the cooks there, I'll say, but the guys who are serving, they don't want to be there. Anyway, then I got this from Amazon. This was cool. What I didn't like about this, well, it's not that I didn't like it. The wheels are in white plastic, and I have tire pain and all that. I'm not worried about it. I just like, feel them spongy if I can. But I love three cars I like. I like Cougars. I like Barracudas, and I like Mustangs. So I got that. Oh, that's one thing about this. What I noticed in here, and this is by Revell, I took the plastic off. I took the plastic off and I looked inside, and these tires, this is the plastic from the bag, from the box. These tires were just all floating around loose inside. They weren't even attached to each other. So, but everything else was, all covered in plastic. I figured they'd probably wanted to save a buck or something, but man, at least have them attached together. That just said, guaranteed, predictable is preventable. Somebody's gonna, more than one person is gonna lose a wheel out of that. It's terrible. Oh. I got this from Spotlight Hobbies too. 69 Cougar Eliminator, only 355, whatever. The replica is a bi-monthly magazine, or was. I don't know anything about it, but I saw that and I like Cougars and I want Cougars. I have two Cougars up there. One I got from, it was very nice of him, Battleborn Hobbies, Big Al. And the other one I saw and bought it. No, it's the red 69 Cougar. The other one is 69 and it's orange. And it's a rendition of the car versus, artist rendition versus a picture. But I wanted, so yeah, I gotta get that. Let's see, the Cougar. Oh, Auto World has a pre-order to pre-order 69 Cougar Eliminator Hot Wheels edition, and I've got that hopefully coming soon. Excited about that. I really need to go see my little girl. My little girl is Allie. I don't think you can hear her. She's in the other room. She's the one that needs lots and lots of care, and I'm watching her right now and shouldn't be doing this, but I want to get this out pretty badly. So anyway, remember Spotlight Hobbies. It's the way to go. Next time you should see some work out of me because I'm getting all the stuff to do the work. But I do have to get that Emerald Pearl so I can get this thing finished. I have the Chevy 2 Nova station wagon. I got that. I painted that purple. I can't wait to put some wax on that. That'll be cool. Okay. Gonna say goodbye. Please like, please subscribe, please don't do any of it if you don't want to. Just say hi every now and then. Thank you. Yeah, comments would be cool. A lot of things I'd like to know. How do I get the metal flake? You know how metal flake was on the cars in the 70s and all that kind of stuff in the 60s? How do I get that kind of metal flake on a model car? I want it to scale, but I don't know what kind of paint that does without buying paints and trying a bunch of stuff. So a hint would be cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. That's cool, like that. Bye.